Wouldn't you like to turn your day trading into an actual business to where you can actually make money and you be your own boss, your own creator, be able to build a business around trading? Okay, we're going to talk about that, all right? But I wanted to thank everyone tuned in to the channel today. This is Future Trading with Mike. And yes, it's my live recorded session, which we'll be jumping into shortly. But let's talk about creating a business around day trading. How do we do it? All right. Most of us come from, somewhere down the road, come from a path of working at for some employer, I should say, some corporation, whether it be private or public sector, doesn't really matter. Maybe you work for the state or the federal government. But we had a job. Okay. We all went to probably school. Most of us, they got a college education. And if you didn't and you're successful, and kudos, and I take my hat off to you. But that's one of those things that you have to kind of weigh your options on, right? But most of us, traditionally speaking, went down the path of going to college, okay, and pursuing an interest in some field of study, regardless of what it was. And from there, what do we actually do? We graduated, maybe did an internship, and then we follow suit in working for some corporation or some business, or like I said, working for the federal government, whatever the case is. But regardless, at the end of the day, you work for some company, some business out there, right? Okay, and there's always somebody, especially in the private sector, that is in full control, who's at the top. And just can't say private sector. It could be, working for the public sector. There's always somebody who has the lead role, or whatever the case is. All right. So I talked about this before. We get burnt out. A lot of us do. And in life, I don't know too many people that actually don't have some type of career shift at some point in their actual life. Now, I do know people who actually retired and spent 20, 25 years working for the government or whatever the case is, or the state. And that's good. You get a pension. But most people who work, for a corporation that may be privately owned or whatever the case is, or maybe even publicly owned, it doesn't really matter. There's no pension really, depending on the investment structure of the company and, how they lay that structure out. But most companies, you have to invest through like a 401k. So you put in your own money away, and there's matches against that with, that the company comes in and match against. The business comes in and match. The thing about that is that takes time, and you have to put in the years upon years upon years upon years, providing, working at that job for that employer, and, not being able to touch those investments or that money into that 401k until pretty much full on retirement at the age between 62 and 65, say for instance, okay? And if you do, then we all know what happens at that point if you're taxed on it, right? So, but this other could be some downside things that happen when you're actually working for a business. They could go out of business, and that can affect you. That can affect the money you have tied up in a 401k, and maybe you have to shift that money around into another 401k, whatever the case is, in some way. But the thing about, like I'm talking about, is that a lot of people kind of get burnt out of going through the rat race and having to wake up, the routine, going to work each and every morning. It just seems so routine. You just kind of you may love doing it at first and kind of get complacent and say, oh, my life is easy. But at some point, everything starts to become routine, and then you start to become complacent, and then you get tired. And it's like you want something in life to kind of spark you and push you, to kind of give you more drive and more motivation. And for a lot of us out there that have the drive, that have the passion, and I'm not trying to take away from anyone who, works for some entity, for some business, whatever the case is, and you retire from that. That's great, Maybe that's just something you really love to do. For me, it was a little different. I wanted to be my own captain in charge. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to be able to enjoy the flexibility of the things that how I wanted to structure my own life, in a sense, and the things I want to do daily. And of course, we all don't want to have to sit behind a desk from 9 to 5, whatever the case is, or work a shift schedule somewhere. We want to kind of be able to control our own destiny in life. And that's the thing about the beauty in life, is being able to um, find a way to where you can make money and also enjoy life, vacations, family, holidays, being able to spend some of the money you have and buy things that reward yourself. So I wanted to kind of create my own business, around day trading. And most people who get into trading and become great, successful, and profitable, consistent traders, what do they do next? You want to formulate and design a business structure around what you do for a living, okay? And that's what I did, years ago, 10 plus years ago, when I made the change and jumping ship from working for a corporation and wanted to do things on my own. I had to find a way. I had to carve out the path, and I did. I found a way, and that was through trading. Okay, and today I'm a successful and profitable trader, but it did not come without taking on or going through many hurdles, or jumping through many hurdles, or having to break down and bust through doors. It took time, but when I got to a point to where I was profitable and consistent in my trading, I had to start thinking smart, because we all know if you are a sole proprietor in a sense, and you haven't really incorporated yourself around surrounding yourself, creating a separate entity that exists outside of who you are, taxation can be pretty high. And it all depends, those rates of taxation are different for everybody, okay? And it's also different, it's also different depending on what type of business structure you set up, whether it's an LLC or, an S corporation, or whatever type of business structure you set up. And I'm not here today telling you which one to set up, because it is all done by personal choice, and you need to consult with a CPA, a tax advisor, someone of that nature, okay, before you start making that type of decision. So, but for me, I knew I had to separate myself from, and when I was creating a business, separate myself personally from the business I wanted to create, but also kind of form a business, an entity, as a barrier or a means for tax shelter as well. We don't want to be able to, as successful traders, give all our money back to Uncle Sam, do we? So we have to be smart about the way we structure things once we become profitable. And it's the same thing. It's like starting an actual business, when an actual physical business, whether it's a retail-based business, service-related business, whatever it is, you have to kind of put the structure in place. Think about the things that are needed to create that business. And the same thing when it comes to day trading and becoming a profitable investment trader. There's building blocks, things that we have to be able to do, okay, to get a business off the ground if we're going to set up shop for a retail company or a service-related company, whatever the case is. It may be having to buy materials and equipment and, all of the purchasing a lease. It takes a lot, when you start devising a business plan to open up an actual business. Well, the same thing goes to play when it comes to actual forming a business, okay, all right, around, trading, okay? And for me, it was all about a career path that I chose. I wanted to choose. I chose this path because, to me, like I said before, I was able to create an environment to where I could do it from home. I could do it from a hotel if I was on vacation. I could do it from wherever I was globally, And that's the beauty about being a profitable trader is you can wake up each morning, make money, and go about your day. Trade an hour a day, trade 2 hours a day, go about your day. You're not having to work 8, 9, 10, 12 hours a day, all right? But getting back to what I was saying about day trading in relation to an actual tangible business, in a sense, you have to have the same foundation. You have to be able to understand what it takes to get into this business of trading, all right? And it takes a lot, It's more mental, and you do have to have some capital to get into it. But it's all about preparing yourself as a person, educating yourself, researching, doing the homework, Because even like sitting here in front of these charts have to be designed. They have to be developed. Like people who actually start an actual physical business, they have to develop and formalize a trading, not trading plan, but a business plan to put in place and all the things they need to get that business open. The same thing here. We have to structure ourselves in a way as being our own boss, running our own operation, trading each and every day, and owning our own business, surrounding the nature of trading or the business of trading. And the thing about it is that where do we start from? Well, okay, we just lo and behold say one day we want to be a trader. No, we kind of like the interest is there. Maybe someone showed you or talked to you about trading and you had no idea. Most people, when they think about day trading, what do they think about? They think about stocks. Okay, but there's so many different avenues and things that you can actually trade. So many different ones. And for me, it was all about futures. I was introduced to futures. I stuck with it. I love it to this day. And I highly recommend futures trading or the futures markets. Not just the ES. It could be the NASDAQ. Excuse me. It could be the Dow. It could be the Russell, which are the indices. It could be, commodities. It could be crude. It could be gold. It could be silver. It could be currencies. It could be grains. It could be meats. It could be whatever you want to trade in the future markets. It's just up to you to decide which market you want to trade. But we have to be able to decide, do our homework and research, understand how much it takes to establish a brokerage account surrounding the market that we actually want to trade. You have to do your feasible studies of, is it going to be smart enough for me to trade this particular market? And what do I need to do? How do I need to actually trade it? What should my risk to rewards type be, ratios type, risk to rewards be? Should it be 1 to 2, 1 to 1, 1 to 2? You have to think about how much money you have leverage or how much money you have online when you get into a trade, and think about how much money meaning how much money you willing to risk versus how much money are you looking to gain or profit, okay, on a trade. So structuring yourself around around trading, okay, you have to formulate and design what makes sense. It's more mental than physical. The idea of becoming a day trader, there are some tangible things that you actually have to do, but outside of that, most of it is mentally driven and having the money. Okay, so it's just up to you what the path is that you want to take. When it comes to becoming an actual skilled day trader. You have to determine, first of all, is this even something you want to do? Secondly, if it is, then you have to start, developing that plan of action of how to get into trading, what it takes, what do I need to start trading, start doing the research. What are the things I need? What are the tools I need? I talked about these things in a couple of videos, but if you haven't watched those, kind of go back and watch them. But it doesn't take a lot to get into trading. But the two biggest things I'd say that are going to make or break a person when it comes to this business here is more so going to be your mental strength or mental awareness, the capacity, your mental capacity of being able to, which is all surrounding psychological things, psychology, because not everyone can do this, and I'm not saying someone that may struggle with some, psychological issues, whether it be fear, greed, those type of things, everything that falls down in that psychology order of things that we need to prepare ourselves and become better to become better day traders. You have to have all those things in check, a checklist of, okay, I got this in check, but you have to have all those things in order. So outside of preparing yourself mentally, you really have to have, number two, the capital, okay? And I said this before, don't ever trade with money that you have that you need to pay your bills with. It should just be extra money that you have sitting around, and you put it into an account to build up an account to be able to put it into a brokerage account to start trading, okay? So, and then from there, the all-in goal is to be able to take a small account and then turn it or flip it into a larger brokerage account, to where we're growing a decent size account and become profitable as day traders. So, but yeah, I just wanted to talk, about, treating day trading like a business, because that's what it is. It's not a game. It's not like going to the tables in Vegas somewhere, whatever the case is, or playing the slots. This is an actual business. This is people's livelihood, and just as Wall Street is moving and open each day, and people are making money, people are losing money just as well. So you have to be smart about how you structure a business when it comes to your own personal trading, because we are just retail traders. We don't have the capital like the institutions, the banks, to invest, big money into the markets. And all we want to do as retail traders are follow the bigger investors, okay? And like I say, grab their coattail and ride and move with them, all right? And there's a certain way in which they move. And I've made plenty of videos here on the channel talking about that. So all I'm saying is, if you're going to become a day trader, structure, first, make sure this is the right career path for you. Secondly, structure a business in a sense, eventually, once you become successful, that protects you, in a sense, just basically protects you to where you're keeping more earnings, keeping more profit in your pocket versus having to put it out. We all got to pay taxes, but the thing about it is sheltering yourself in a way around a business entity that is going to help you keep more of your own money that you've earned, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into today's video here. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Hopefully you found some sense or value out of it, because for me, I knew it was something I had to do in the past, and it's by far one of the most beneficial things that I've done, okay? So let's take a look today. We've got the E-mini S&P 500, which is the ES future sitting right in front of us. And before we get started, what time is it my time? It's 10 o'clock my time, say for instance, right now. And the markets are open. Those that follow the channel know I typically wait 20-25 minutes before I start trading, but I also like to kind of intertwine or bring together in my videos a certain topic. So it's kind of twofold here. So outside of that, I also want to say and thank everyone who's currently subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're a newcomer watching the video today. If you wouldn't mind, please hit that red button and join the team here. Spend some time watching the video. Not just this video, but watch some of the other videos on the channel. I'm a live price action trader, and I trade primarily the ES futures. This is the market I love to trade. But we welcome you today, and like I said, if you wouldn't mind, hit that subscribe button and join the team. But also make sure to click on that little bell icon, a little bell next to the subscribe button, so that you never miss one of the uploads. That's going to make sure that your post notifications are turned on, and just make sure the post notifications are turned on so you never miss one of the uploads here on the channel. Outside of that, I want to thank everyone who has currently subscribed and been watching the videos. And if you're interested in joining the Discord, and we do have a Discord community, okay? I believe we are pushing 280 now, maybe a little bit more than that, members. And what we do each morning, and not just the morning times, but it's a community where we come together as fellow traders and talk about the markets. We talk about our interests and levels. A lot of tips and hints are thrown out there in the community on the Discord channel. And as well, it's a question and answer type forum, to where if you got a question, someone's going to answer it. Someone's going to have that answer. I promise you that. So outside of that, I think that's about it, guys. But if you're interested in joining the Discord, let me show you that right quick. Pull it up. This is the Discord, okay? And each morning, like I said, we get on here and we talk about the markets, and it is free of charge. You can join it. All you have to do is find the link down in the description portion of this video. Click invite, or click on the link, then click invite and invite yourself in, okay? And let's go ahead and jump into today's session here and take a look. So what I like to do is always start off by looking at the higher time frame charts, which is, for me, the 60 range chart, to kind of get a directional bias in the market. So, last mid part of August, moving into beginning of September, what we see is this big drop. We have price making lower lows and lower highs, right? All right, on the move to the downside. Last week, well, September 7th, say for instance, whatever the case is, or maybe it's the 4th. But anyways, the market starts making these higher highs and higher lows, right? So we're pushing higher, and it's breaking through areas of structure, okay? Taking out areas of resistance as it's making structure to the upside, okay? Now, and that's pretty much what it did for, last week, moving into this week here, which today's only Tuesday. But overnight, and, we did have news this morning, so, and which is major news, which caused a flush in the market here. So what did we just do here? If we look at the 60 range chart, we just broke structure to the downside, okay? We broke this area here. We took out support right here, all right? And now it's just moving lower, making lower lows and lower highs. So, as it stands right now, this could be overall, just a major pullback to push lower. All right, that's all it could be. But right now as well, what we start looking for is see if we can identify areas where the market may bounce at. But if I was to be looking, trading at this instance right here, because we're breaking structure to the downside, I'd probably be looking for maybe opportunities to actually, go short, even go short because we already broke structure to the downside. So maybe look for some areas for pullbacks to where price may pull back to an area of supply off the higher time frame chart. Scale down to the 12 range chart, which is my anchor chart, and look for entries. But either way, right now we are. Let's see, are we hitting an area? Yeah, so what we see right now, we're actually hitting an area of demand off the 60 range. Okay, even though we have price breaking structure to the downside, be very mindful because we have a major area of support sitting right here. All right, and this is an area of demand resting right here at 41.14. Okay, all right. So now we can look at our 12 range chart to see if if price is going to start breaking structure to the upside. So basically, I like to see price if I'm looking for a supply and demand area off the higher time frame for me, the 60 range chart, then I have to see, and price is tapping into like a demand area. Say for instance, right now, as an example, it's hitting the demand area. What do I want to see then? I want to see price making some type of structure break to the upside, okay? And then look for a pullback, wait for the rejection once it pulls back to go long, okay? But right now, we got the pullback to demand, okay? But we also have to be mindful because let's see, if we take a look here, let me take a look. What do we have here? Let's see. Yeah, right above us, we also have supply sitting above us, areas where price may lower lows and lower highs to the downside, taking out structure. So that means we got major support sitting resistance sitting right above us as well. So, and what is supply and demand? Supply and demand areas are aggressive buying and selling in the market. Okay, just areas where price broke through structure. Okay, creating what was making a structure break to the upside, racing to the upside, making levels, pulling back, forming swings to the upside, creating areas of demand as it's moving higher and moving through price levels. Okay, so that's demand. It's aggressive buying areas at major areas of support, and then supply is the opposite. It's just major or aggressive areas of selling as prices breaking structure to the downside. All right, I'm looking to see. Price really hasn't broke structure to the upside here. I'm really looking to see if, okay. Yeah, I'm going long and 24.50. Okay, I'm gonna put my stop loss right there. Not stop loss, excuse me, I'm talking about my TPs, profit targets, and I'm looking for price to push higher now. It's rejecting this area here to at least test this area here, and it possibly could take run back up to the upside here. So maybe a little early on this trade here, but I'm looking at the 4 range as it stands right now. Okay. Like I said, I could be a little early here. Okay. Come on, baby. First contract's filled. Okay, it's bouncing, it's pulling back. Come on. Okay. Looks like it's trying to push lower now. Yep. All right. So let me see what it's going to do here. Taking on a little heat here. Okay. All right. I'm going long here, and I'm going to get out. Play this smart here. Come on. All right. Let's do this. There we go. Okay. I got filled. All right. Now the full range is a little bit different beast for most people to trade, but I'm trading them based off of, we hit that area demand off the 60 range. I told you there is an area of, supply sitting right above us, so that's resistance. We have to be careful about that. But I noticed rejection here off of the 4 range. So, and this is a pullback to this area down here. So saw rejection and I'm going long. So that's why I went long. I'm trying to see. I don't. Let's see. Yeah, it could be trying to push lower now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm long, scalping here. Come on. Come on. I'm gonna scalp this area real quick. Okay, there we go. All right. 2 quick little trades going long. What was that? You saw here. This was price wicked out here. It didn't close. It didn't break structure back down to the downside, meaning taking out this low here, taking out support. It's going to come back and test these highs right here. So that was a rejection. All right, fake out there. Price pushed lower, wicked out, candle wicked out. Flip of the green candle, go long. All right. So let's see. 2 little quick trades. And today is the 13th of September. All right, I'm up 23 ticks right now. Okay, 2 small little trades. And let's see. Now, being that we're at a major area of demand here on the 60 range, if we break this area right here, say around 37, we're going to probably push higher and probably test this area up here. Okay. Maybe around 66, 67, 68. So, but that's a big area, it could definitely do that. It's just the fact is that if it breaks this area, now this is a higher time frame chart, so it could take some time for price to do that. So that's why I like to pair my charts together and look at the 60 range, and then if it's tapping the supply demand zone, looking at my lower time frame, my 12 range, to maybe to trade off of. Okay, so the trade I just took was inspired off of price hitting those areas of area demand off of the 60 range right here, and I saw when price made its low here on the 4 range, broke structure, pulling back to primarily area demand, same area off the 60 range, but it also created an area demand off of the 4 range as well. So, all right, price is moving sideways right now. Okay. Okay. Just typing in some information on Discord, people asking questions, and just taking part and interacting in the community on Discord as well. But yeah, we're moving kind of chopping sideways here. Yeah, the market's made a new low right here. It is volatile though. Very volatile right now. Moving really erratic. So just wait it out. don't really care for the pace of the market, right? I mean, as far as like it's moving kind of, kind of quick. So I want to kind of wait. Price. Let's see what happens here. See what happens. I'm not sure if it's going to continue pushing lower. We're at an area of demand, like I said, on the 60 range, but it could push lower. What's this thing doing? All right, still got this area right here I'm looking at on 60 range. Price is breaking lower. I mean, it's moving kind of quick, kind of erratic, but yeah, it's kind of paying attention to what it's trying to do at the same time. Pushing lower. Fall in the 4 range. Look at the 12 range, and we're just look at the 12 range. We're just dumping lower. Okay, now we got some area of supply sitting right here on the 60 range as well. This price of breaking structure to the downside. It could pull back to this area up here around 37 or 40 area. So looks like it's still trying to push lower. Here's what it is. Huh. Yeah, it's just moving lower, moving lower. I'm not sure. We got some rejection down here at the bottom. It's W formation. Just looking to see what price is trying to do here as it pulls back. Okay, I'm long. Could push a little lower, so let me be careful here. Could push lower. Didn't take out. No, I don't think it's quite ready yet. Yeah, I don't think it's quite ready just quite yet. this. Let's see. Come on. Come on. There we go. Got filled. All right. This was a pullback. I saw the rejection right here. Price pushed up. And I was looking for the pullback to this. Pretty much to this. I want to see it come a little lower, but it rejected this area here. Close of the candle. I went long. And I knew it would test definitely this high here and possibly this area here. It's probably going to come up a little bit higher here. It could. Well, actually, it's hitting exactly where it's probably going to pause at. So, all right. So that was a quick little stab long right there, and that was 12 ticks on that trade right there. All right. So I'm on 35 ticks right now. 35 ticks on the day. Let me see something, because price could reject, I believe, where it's at now, possibly. Yeah, it could reject where it's at, but yeah, you see it rejecting right there, right here on the 12 range. We'll see. It could come all the way back down to possibly the low where it was at. I'm going short. Okay. And I'm going to take it. Ooh. Maybe definitely late on this trade. Come on. Yeah, I could definitely be late on this trade. That was not a good trade. Let's see. Come back down. Nope, 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 nope. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, it could bounce right here where it's at. Late on this trade. Come on, push through. Well, actually, I'm too early on the trade in a sense. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it could bounce exactly where it's at. Okay. I need to play this one a little bit more careful. Don't push up on me, baby. Don't do that. Yep. That's exactly where it can bounce at right here. I need to take this trade out. Need to get out of this one. Not a good trade. Come on back down, fill my water so I can get out. Let me get out of this trade. All right. I'm out of that trade there. I knew it could bounce right here, so it's okay. Don't win them all. Didn't lose anything. Actually picked up one tick, so probably that one tick probably covered cost of commissions right there, so that's okay. Okay. It could, like I said, it could continue pushing lower though. I mean, it's bouncing in this area right here. If you look at the 12 range, right above this high volume area. So now price could, let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, price could break this area right here, this high right here, at 44,009.5 area, and then pull back to maybe this area here. At that point, it would have broken structure, but right now it's kind of moving sideways, just building volume around here. Okay. So I'm just up 36 ticks right now. Moving sideways. I would have got filled if I stayed in that trade. It did come a little lower. Come to my exit point. Maybe trying to push lower. So I should have waited for the pullback right here to go short. I went short down here instead of waiting for the pullback. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, we're back down in this area here again. So the price is breaking structure on the 4 range, coming back down. I don't know. Let's see if it breaks this area here. I might go long for a quick scalp. Just back up to the high. This high right here. But I got a funny feeling that, yeah. Let's see what it's trying to do here. Maybe trying to push lower now. Yep, looks like it is. So my short was good. I just got into it too early. I should have waited on the pullback. Okay. Hmm. Let's see. What is the market trying to accomplish here? It's rejected this area right here, so it could be trying to push lower still. Hmm. Yep, just made a new low. Figured it was going to try to keep pushing lower. Like I mentioned, my short was good. I should have just waited on the pullback right here to go short. So it is what it is. Trade. So late. Come on. Keep pushing up. We can get a pullback and then price push higher, but I'm late on the entry. I was looking for the break of this area right here to go long. Come on. Oh my gracious. Come on. Push up. one tick away. I'm gonna get out. All right, I'm close the trade right there. It may run up here and test this area here, and possibly test higher. It could, but we'll see what happens here. This is, yep. Let's see. Okay, so we saw the W structure here at the bottom off a major area, you know, off of a demand sitting here in the 60 range. It didn't break that area, so finally rejected, and then it broke back into this level here. So that's why I went long, but be careful because okay, it's bouncing in this area here. Broke structure and then move to the downside. Okay, let's see if it's done yet. Long. Oops. Come on. All right. Gonna take out right here. Okay. And that's gonna be it for me today, guys. I appreciate everyone who's tuned in and watching today. A couple that was quick long. There was some long entries off of price rejecting the area at 60 range demand area off the 60 range chart. So okay. So I'm up 71 ticks, and yeah, that's going to be it. I'm not sure what price is trying to accomplish right here. It's building some volume right here, but either way, I'm done. I appreciate everyone tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you're trading safe, if you're trading today, please be safe in the market. Take care.